Hi, Steve Von Brand here for the Bass College. Down here in Lower Delaware trying out some techniques this morning. Using Grandy Bass Trophy Hunter baits. This is the Mega Tail Rattlesnake. Just caught this nice bass. Look how fat its stomach is too. We're going to weigh this in a minute and actually see what it weighs. It feels like it weighs about 4.9, maybe 4.12 even, but it's heavy. Hit it right off the docks, off the main lake. About 3 feet up shallow, and then drops right off to about 7.25 feet. One of the deeper spots on the points here. But nice bass. Right away. Already had thrown skeet reef redemptions and threw several other baits and buzz bait and things. Just a couple little short strikes at it, but that's it. So let's get this back in and I'll see you guys in a minute. Berkley Manafill, Grandy Bass Trophy Hunter baits, Mega Tail Rattlesnake, 1/32 ounce tungsten weight, 3/0 Gamakatsu wide gap hook, dropped off the ledge 7 feet off the docks. Right, Grandy Bass, Mega Tail Rattlesnake. Down here in Lower Delaware. We'll see you guys in a minute. I'm telling you, I always start off with a buzz bait, a chatterbait, a spinner bait. All three of those rigged. Try a fast moving bait. I always even have a rattle trap of some type rigged. But 90% of the time in late August, early September, until that fall turnover takes effect, you need to be throwing some type of a soft plastic, a Grandy Bass Mega Claws Rattlesnake, the beaver on the back of the dirty jigs, on a jig, small 1/4 ounce jig, or the slow fall jigs that we've talked about. If you're not doing that, you're not throwing a wacky rig Senko, you're not going to be catching a whole lot of fish. As a bigger fish hit these baits, especially the jig, and right now it's soft plastics and small jigs and slow falling baits just for the next couple of weeks, and all of a sudden, before you know it, it'll be fall and bang, they'll be hitting the chatter baits, the spinner baits, the rattle traps, and jerk baits later on. It'll be crazy how fast it happens, so stay tuned. We'll see you in a minute with some more dirty jigs and Grandy Bass Trophy bass from down here in Lower Delaware. Bass seem to hit it right away when you put it right on top of their head. They're not going to chase it real far. Water's still stained and muddy. Calm down a little bit. Supposed to get some rain later on, but see how that goes. I'm just pitching this in now along this seawall right here. A lot of times, beginning September, like it is now, mid-September, you can pitch these seawalls and these docks here in these shallow bays and coves. Some nice sized bass. Not usually numbers of bass all concentrated like up in the backs of creeks or things like that on the shad, but I'm saying bigger bass holding on individual structure like that right up on a certain piece of the seawall or on the edge of a dock or on a corner where the rocks and the seawall come together. And then bang, they hit that jig hard up in there now, and they're usually the 5 pound plus range. You know, the good 4s anyway, and then the 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, you know, whatever you've got in that area. So the bigger fish, a 1/4 ounce dirty jigs with the Grandy Bass Mega Claws trailer on the back and the Okeechobee crawl. Right away, that's a nice bass, right out of the same dock that catch a lot of the bigger ones from. This is August too, and the bass aren't fat or anything, and that's a decent fish. Really, really decent fish. All right, let's get this one back in. Let's see if we can get some more here. Hopefully we'll have a good day here with the dirty jigs and the Grandy bass, and we'll see in a little while. Down here in lower Delaware. There we go. Lively. Oh yeah. A lot of times I don't use any scent at all because the Grandy bass baits have a scent omega-3. It's injected scent's already in the baits, and the way these ribs are, the bass just really hold on for a long time. Now I have this pegged with a 32nd ounce bullet weight here. I've got on the Berkley Nanofill on this. Got a 3/0 Gamakatsu wide gap hook, but I put the Mega Strike on that this time. Now I've been throwing a lot of different plastics around, mixing them in with the other baits, and I've caught a few bass here or there, but I hadn't caught any of the bigger ones yet. And as soon as I put on the Grandy bass and put on a little bit of that Mega Strike, whether works or not, the point is it might have held on just a little bit longer or nosed up on it and just smelled something, who knows. But it can't hurt to throw a little bit of that Mega Strike on these Grandy bass baits or your other baits and give it a shot, especially when the fish are slow. See if we can get some more, and I'll see you guys in a minute. You can feel it falling down now off the post. It's a pretty steep angle once you start getting away from the dock. To the front part of the lake here now for a minute. I'm going to throw the real small 1/4 ounce Grandy bass, 1/4 ounce dirty jigs, and I'm going to put the Grandy bass Mega Claws Okeechobee Crawl on the back of it. I'm just going to throw that on the 7-foot St. Croix Legend Elite. It's a heavy action. I've got on 50-pound Sunline FX2 braid and on the Shimano Curado 200E7. Good combination for flipping even these lighter baits. This handles it just fine. You can really feel them and muscle them out, especially when they're hitting light like that. So I'm going to throw the Grandy Bass Megatail Rattlesnake and some more of these marsh weeds, the tools you call them, and throw them into another 2 major docks right down here at the front of the dam, and then move on up the lake and hit all the main Lake Point docks with the dirty jigs and the little tiny peg Megatail Rattlesnake. So we'll see what that does. Underneath the dock. Okay, I'm going to get on out of here now. I just finished throwing the dirty jig, 1/4 ounce with the Grandy Bass Mega Claws on the back and all the docks. No more takers, so I'm going to get out of here before it's too late, and maybe go out here on Saturday with one of our pro staff or something. They talked about maybe coming on over from Western Maryland to go out on Saturday for a little while, try out some new things. So until next time, this is Steve Von Brandt for the Bass College, and I'll see you guys down on the water. Don't forget to throw those plastics and jigs right now. Stop in and check out the tackle store. You get free baits with all your orders here at the Bass College. Just register and click on free baits offer and find out how to do that.
Gonna back this boat into the water, find a way to win a couple dollars. Where the man says is the cold.